It's close. Lane Kiffin or Brian Kelly? Who do you think's a better coach?
Man, that is a really tough question because again, it comes down to just the type of guy you want. Of course, Lane is a little bit more modern. Brian Kelly is a walking cringing meme. Um, I do think because he's younger, and I do think I think he's going to win a national championship before it's said and done. I have a lot less faith in Brian Kelly. I've seen Brian Kelly biff good rosters. I've seen Brian Kelly have consistent roster building issues. And again, his stance on NIL kind of remains a little bit antiquated. He might say he's all in, or we don't want to have that type of person who's just chasing a paycheck to play here or whatever. Well, we just saw Ole Miss put together, a top five defense, and they were, let's just say, 3 snaps away from making the college football playoff. Like they were just right there. I mean, based on who you asked, they should have made it or not. They had a roster that was as good, I think, as SMU or any of those teams, Indiana, any of those teams that barely squeaked in there. So I think just because of how at a place like Ole Miss that really hasn't won anywhere, even though the big knock on Lane is like who is he beaten? One of his best wins ever. I think he's just getting started, to be honest with you. And I just think the best days of Brian Kelly might be past. Of course, he's a very, I would say, popular name to put on as like a hot seat list for being a dark horse, to get fired this fall if he doesn't necessarily mesh with this team. Bringing back Nussmeier and reloading with all these receivers, that's a clear message of we want to, consistently win now mode. Of course, that's what you have to be if you're a college football blue blood these days. But I just think if they're two were playing each other, rosters were equal. I would think Lane Kiffin's squad would maybe have a little bit more tricks up their sleeve, have a little bit more of an aggression to how they play the ball than Brian Kelly, who's a little bit more passive and wait and see. And let's see how the ball bounces here in the late first quarter based on how we do things based over the course of his career. Now, he has gotten a little bit more aggressive, but yeah, end of the day, I'm going to roll with Lane Kiffin over Brian Kelly.